Ni hao, everyone. It's Tuesday, April 9th, 2024. I'm Joe Pratt, keeping you informed about what's happening in the world. Happy birthday if it's your birthday today. You share a birthday with Carl Perkins, singer-songwriter, Dennis Quaid, golfer Seve Ballesteros, Jeff Zucker, CEO of NBC Universal, and Kristen Stewart. How much money should we give our military? The U.S. Senate is meeting with the Pentagon's leadership to talk about that. They're discussing aid in the Israel-Hamas war and aid to Ukraine. The key to answer the question of how much to give the military is based on how involved we want to be in those two conflicts. In politics, a New York appeals judge has rejected Donald Trump's request to delay his hush money trial. It's set to begin on April 15th. Trump's lawyers want to delay the trial so that they can seek a change of venue. Now, a change of venue is what happens when the defense feels like they can't find unbiased jurors to sit on the jury because of media coverage or the political persuasions of a geographical area. President Biden is in Chicago at a fundraiser, hoping to raise $2.5 million for his campaign. The parents of a school shooter have been sentenced to 10 years in prison today. Jennifer and James Crumbly were each sentenced to prison for not doing enough to prevent their son Ethan from killing 4 students and wounding 7 others. Ethan, whose trial was earlier, is serving a life sentence. That not doing enough phrase is mainly locking up a gun the father had purchased just a few days before the shooting. Ethan had gone to a counselor and mentioned that he was, quote, sad because his grandmother had died and his only friend had moved away, unquote. This is the first time in U.S. history that parents have been convicted from a school shooting by their child. The Crumblies have already spent 2.5 years in jail awaiting trial as they were unable to meet a $500,000 bond after their arrest. In sports, soccer games will go on in Europe despite a threat from terrorist groups. The Champions League soccer tournament will proceed with precautions being taken for security. The media arm of ISIS-K has called for attacks at the 4 stadiums that will be hosting the matches. The first person to be convicted of harassing and abusing a referee online occurred this week. This happened in Rugby, and the accused is Aaron Isaiah, a 22-year-old from Australia. He avoided prison but had to pay a good behavior bond of $1,000, and they are taking steps to ban him from buying tickets to games in the future. The Rugby Association and media outlets have described the abuse as too inappropriate to be relayed, but were sent to the referee and his wife, even mentioning their children. And in Greece, they are trying to crack down on violence at soccer games. They have been banning spectators who invite violence, but have had a hard time enforcing these bans. So they will now require a QR code through a cell phone to identify a person. Stadiums have been closed in Greece for about 2 months now so that security measures can be overhauled. This all came to a head when a police officer was killed after being hit by a flare during a fan riot. The University of Connecticut Huskies are once again basketball champions in the NCAA. They beat Purdue last night pretty handily, 75-60. And became the first back-to-back winners since Florida in 2007. UConn is 17-1 in national title games between both the men's and women's teams. In music, the ACM, which is the Academy of Country Music, has announced nominations for their upcoming awards of the year. Luke Combs leads with 8 nominations. Megan Maroney and Morgan Wallen follow with 6 nominations each. The award ceremony will be May 16th. You know, there are all kinds of signs declaring no trespassing in a certain area. My 2 favorite are these. Is there life after death? Jump this fence and find out. and watch out for rattlesnakes. I'm Joe Pratt. Make it a great day.